All right, everybody, welcome in. Hello, hello. How about what's going on today? I am doing this reading on the day of the eclipse. Eclipse in Virgo, 29 degrees. Let's see what Spirit wants to bring through for you guys. This is for the collective. So if you were brought here by the title of this video, which I don't know what it is, then there's definitely a reading. A reading? Yeah, there's definitely a message in here for you. Also, if you're interested, tomorrow night I'm doing a class on North Node Mastery, which is about mission and purpose and how your mission and purpose changes over time, develops over time, and how to really work with it in your own astrology. So if you want to check that out, there's a link below. So let's see what's going on today. All right, let's project it into the week a little bit. Let's see what's happening. Underneath is flexible. Okay, becoming flexible or being flexible. New life. You're in some kind of unknowing space right now. Like I'm neither here nor there. I don't know how to act or how to react or how to respond. This is new territory. Okay, this is new territory. Yang, but you're not quite there yet. This is the Ace of Wands. So this is the kind of the new beginning energy and the time for a nap. So you're not there yet. Okay, we're not there yet. We're not in the new energy yet. There's definitely been some kind of shift happening that's bringing you to the doorstep of this. And so right now it's kind of hard to, what I want to say is you're being tested for your resilience and your ability to trust that the next steps are just the path is going to appear. All right. You're in that liminal space where I'm not sure. And does that mean that I should go back? Does that mean I should, make something happen? I don't think so. I wouldn't push to make anything happen right now. 29 degrees is a tying up of energies, but it's also a new moon. So it is about the path of the new moon, the path of Virgo. It's in Virgo. So I would recommend that driving towards some kind of perfectionism right now will be a doubling back kind of experience, meaning you could overdo something. You could, make yourself crazy trying to be in that perfect realm, trying to have somebody see you as perfect, or having, really losing sleep over not being perfect, which of course you're not. I'm not. Nobody is. Okay. Let's see what wants to come through the reading here. The Two of Swords. I saw this Nine of Cups when I was shuffling. Two of Swords, Nine of Cups, the Six of Cups, the Page of Pentacles, and the Six of Pentacles. So this sixth card on the bottom has become kind of a navigational tool for me. I had been pulling a few cards, maybe 3 cards, then 5 cards became the norm about 6 months ago. And just recently, this sixth card has become like the thing that explains it. Okay. So this is about having some kind of loss or change going on for you. And that's why you're wanting to be in this new space and having everything work out perfectly, whatever that means, and for you. And because you're wanting or someone is wanting, this might not be you, but there's a sense, and this might have come from some kind of societal expectation that no matter what we do, we always need to be perceived as landing on our feet, making the best of a situation so that you win all the time. You're winning all the time. And there can never be a sense of loss. There can never be a sense of that. Like, that means that I was wrong. That means I'm going backwards. That means I'm not doing what I'm supposed to be doing. If there's a sense of loss. Okay. And that comes from childhood learning. It comes from our family's expectations of us and just general society. But this does feel like you're kind of just working your way along the floorboards. Like, I don't really see the path or the hallway I'm in. It's a hallway, right? It's not the destination. It's this long room full of doors that, I could choose this, I could choose that, I could choose this, I could choose that. But right now there's like no intuitional, if that isn't even a word, drive toward any one of the doors, okay, in this hallway. So I'm really seeing that it's time to go inside. Soon after we have this eclipse, we're going to have Mars moving into Scorpio, which, Mars rules Scorpio. Historically, it's the original ruler of Scorpio. Mars, energy, yang energy, action energy, but it's a water sign. So it's sort of like I need to make a move based on what I'm truly deeply feeling, and to go toward what I want, not what societal expectations will have of me. So the direction that's in front of you you may have, okay, thank you. You've made a lot of decisions. You may have made a lot of decisions in the past based on what other people wanted. Parents, partners, bosses. And this time it's up to you. This time it's just you. And it's almost a little bit like the role of authenticity it's now becoming much more high stakes, because we are going to be, after we get through this fall, the year 2026, I'm going to do 3 nights live about the big themes of 2026, how you can harness that energy for yourself. If you want to jump onto that, there's a link in the description box below. There's something here about launching a new identity. And that identity has to come from a really authentic place. It can't come from, well, I'm going to back up and not say that, because I feel like sometimes we are aligned with familial expectations, or, bosses, or spouses, or something like that. Like, we are aligned. But I feel like this has to do with the true identity. Now, you can extrapolate that out to every person on this planet is going to be revealing their authentic reality, their authentic identity. Next year, we have Neptune and Saturn conjuncting right at the 0 degrees of Aries. And 0 degrees of Aries is a very public place. Like, this is when everybody sees my identity, like, for the first time, like when you're born, right? Everybody's like, oh my God, it's a boy. Oh my God, it's a girl. Oh my God, it's, and everybody's talking about it like you've ushered your way into this earth through the energy of childbirth, which has pain to it, which has all kinds of anxiety to it, all kinds of like, I'm not sure where we are. I'm not sure who this person is becoming until like they're out. Right? They need to present themselves to the world, and then all manner of things start working. Okay. Or start, there's a very strong line of demarcation between pregnancy and the person now that's coming into the world as an entity of themselves. It's no longer within this one vessel. It's now into this other place, and becoming the person that you truly are. So I'm really seeing that for everybody. And there's going to be different criterion. Okay, different criterion. I just believe, and I've seen this for at least over the summer, that people's true identities, authentic reality, authentic identity can no longer be hidden. This isn't about you creating an identity like, ooh, I want to be this sort of person over here, and I'm going to create a mask that is this person. Nope, it's not going to work like that. It's not going to work like that, because everybody else on this planet is either in the throes of expanding their awareness, expanding their connection to spirit, moving into a new level of consciousness, where we can no longer create these masks. It doesn't work anymore. And over the course of this fall, we're going to have a lot of water energy, that Mars moving into Scorpio. We're going to have a lot of this watery kind of stuff going on, where we're really looking to feel. I'm getting 6 of Cups and 9 of Cups and 5 of Cups here, where some things have to go. Some things are going to have to go that aren't in alignment with an authentic identity, even though in the past you have worked really hard at having the identity that will allow this person or experience, let's just call it experience, to stay. Like, I've wanted this to stay, but now I feel like there's a sense of detachment. Like, okay, that may not be staying anymore. We're further down the hallway, further down to choose a door, and we're in that liminal space of, I'm not sure what the identity is. I just know it's going to be truly who I am, and that's just what it's going to be. There's going to be a lot of people who are going to out themselves, and like, it will surprise a lot of you, the people around you who are just not in alignment with you. And there's nothing that can be done about that. It just is, okay? Emperor, there's Aries energy. Hierophant, Taurus energy. Lovers, Gemini. Wow. In order, the first 3 zodiac signs. That's meaningful, okay? That's meaningful. Here's the Sun, Leo. We missed Cancer, all right? 5 of Swords. The 2 of Pentacles. Come on back here. The 8 of Swords. King of Wands. That's more Aries energy. And the Queen of Swords. So fixed air, right? Aquarius, age of Aquarius energy coming on. And this, like, shining the light behind who you truly are is going to be the thing. Like I was just saying, this is kind of backing up what I was just talking about with this. Lots of Leo, Aries energy. That's so interesting. Aries, Taurus, Gemini, right in a row. And then I'm getting Leo. So what happened to Cancer? I feel like that might have to do with this 5 of Cups. That Cancerian energy is the first water sign that we would have tripped across here. And it is about the loss and letting go. That's where that energy is going. The water energy, the feeling energy. That we realize what it is we want to create. And this is, by we, I mean you. What we want to create has largely been driven by our childhood experiences. And now we're kind of like discovering what we truly want. Like, you can look back when you were a kid, if you were really interested in theater, or really interested in motorsports, or interested in, I don't know, art, music. Look back and what is trying to get your attention in terms of you learning about it, because it was something that I wanted to do when I was a kid. And now I want to learn it more because now I'm a grown up and now my authentic identity is coming out. What is that that's aligned with the thing that you're creating? You're going to put in some time and effort. Aries energy. This is the Taurus energy about anchoring it in reality, in your life, in a financial kind of way. 2 of Pentacles. So I don't think it might be that this has something to do with the collective or something to do with helping other people. Okay. We've been talking about that a lot for the last 6 months or so. And this is about making that choice to go toward doing what you want, to being who you are. Now, in the middle is this 5 of Swords. This is like, I'm afraid I'm going to get persecuted for being who I really am. The thing is that there's no hiding it. And even if you could, you're not creating a safe place. Okay. If you think that like hiding my identity has kept me safe, I don't think so. I think that will make it less safe because people will be able to see that you're hiding something, and that will make it less safe. So this 5 of Swords is about manipulation. Okay. Ace of Pentacles, 4 of Pentacles, the Moon, and the 6 of Wands. So there's nice victory there. This is really just about letting yourself be in this space. This is just about potential. Okay. So the potential is coming in. And I feel like a lot of you will be happy with this. Everybody is shifting into their authentic identity. There's no more of this created mask. There's no more of that. And I just get the feeling that there's some kind of real liberation, feeling vindicated. Okay. Some of you on the spiritual path will feel vindicated because you'll be seen as being aligned with spirit in a way that maybe other people were trying to not see about you. Like, I don't want to see that you are some kind of mystic or shaman or something like that. I don't want to see that. And that can come from families or friends that aren't aligned. Like, I don't really want to see that. And they may have even told you that's like you have a big ego because you've been talking about I'm connected to spirit and I'm, aligning with this work that I'm doing, and people now seeing that that's really who you are, that's really your identity. And there's decision time here because I do feel like there are going to be people who are going to make a decision to move away from you, or you move away from them because of this. And even so, there's something very collectivizing, okay, about everyone having their authentic identity being visible. It's being visible to everyone because it's not going to categorize people the way we have been doing, like the us against them. It's not going to do that. Okay. It's going to be the opposite of that. It's going to be a sense of embracing true authentic identity, and being happy in that. I do feel like there are going to be some people who are going to be absolutely terrified by that because they've spent a lot of time trying to hide their identity and now they can't. Okay, they can't. It's not hidden anymore. And mostly because I feel like people who have hidden identities are going to heal the shame wound. Okay, because there's nothing wrong with being inherently who you are. And that's where we all have something in common. Okay, where we will all be able to say, this is just how it is. There's nothing, the ideas of certain identities bring shame is going to be eradicated because there's a sense that I feel like in the past, I don't know, 100 years, whatever, I feel like there was a sense of like, well, you could make a choice. And I feel like what this is showing is that's actively not true. Now, we have free will and all of that, but the identity and who we are, who we came here to be is something that we had chosen as a soul before we came here. And the reason that people have masked themselves is because society is telling them that it's not good enough or it's shameful or something like that. That is going to go away, and you're going to see that because there's such a range of who people are. There's just this it's impossible to put people into two polarized buckets. It's impossible because this overlaps that, and this overlaps that, and this overlaps that. If I believe this was happening in the 1960s, 1970s, that there was a sense of the person on the 3D level sort of extrapolates out like this as they climb higher in consciousness. So their energy and who they authentically are is really like this. So you're not just this one thing, you are sort of embracing all of this consciousness, and you standing next to me is overlapping so that's when people are called into your life because of who you are channeling or what energy your authentic identity is channeling. Let's say someone is coming closer because of that person overlaps, not just in timeline, but overlaps with certain things. And when you fall out of alignment with somebody, doesn't mean anybody's good or bad. It just means that the alignment that connected you is finished or no longer a thing. and you've moved on to a different level of consciousness, or you've turned your attention in a different way, or something like that. There's nothing wrong or shameful about it. And I feel like this Five of Swords has been keeping people separate based on the ideas of shame and like there's something wrong or bad about certain identities, whereas other identities are good and virtuous. Like that's just not really a thing. It just is. The identities are authentic and real and anchored in living realities. And because of this overlap, I feel like people are going to see the overlap. People are going to see how this works. And the choices will be different now. The choices will be different because we won't be stratified in such a 3D kind of way. We won't be so siloed, I guess is the word I'm looking for. And it's all been funneled through fear. We've been talking about this for a long time. That's not a new concept. This has all been about fear. Wow, this card is like hanging on the edge. Nine of Wands. Nine of Wands. The Empress. Wow, there's Emperor, Empress, awakening. And the Three of Wands. So do we get the Two of Wands? No, we got the Two of Swords. Okay. So basically what's happening here is we're seeing that all the things we've tried to hide about our self, about our experience, about our identity, all the things we've tried to hide, with the elevation, Venus elevation here actively into a new level of consciousness, awakening, we're now turning our backs on this old shame-based reality that your authentic identity is going to help you easily and more effectively align with manifesting. This is all. So this week in Pathfinders, I'm going to talk about your concept, your self-concept, and your identity, and how that really drives or squashes how you're manifesting in this life. If you're manifesting from a fake identity, the frequency of that is very low. Okay? Is very low. And it may come in, may take years, it may come in sideways, it may come in backwards, it may come to another person near you because they're in alignment. And it's like, why can't I just manifest what I want? Because the self-concept is fake. And it's sort of like you've agreed with people that have said that you are not worthy or not aligned. No, not aligned. You are not worthy of getting what you want in this life. And so it's like you're climbing over all of this garbage to get to, something that will get me what I want. Let's just clear the garbage. Okay. All of those manipulations that have said that you're not capable, you're not good enough, you're not worthy, all of those things are just absolutely untrue. And if you've made that part of your identity, we're really seeing through that right now. Okay, so I want to keep going. I want to ask about this week in terms of what we can expect. Five of Swords is my timing card. That's 5 days. So something is very right on our doorstep for this week, which makes sense to me because we're in eclipse energy right now as I'm doing this reading. So if you're wanting to continue on with me, there's a link below and we'll go deeper into this reading. See you over there. All right, I hope you enjoyed that video. If it was helpful to you, please consider liking this video and sharing it with anybody who might have a need for similar kind of information. And if you like this video, check out these videos.